Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to show you guys. So these were the other two knives that were in that box with the new Buster. And nothing against these knives, it's just that the Buster at the time was the far more interesting item. So I haven't actually opened these yet. These released to all the retailers on May 29th. I don't know when you guys are seeing this, probably sometime after. But yeah, these should actually be available right now, so I will link them down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I haven't actually opened these up yet, so I'm not sure exactly which knives are in here. Maybe something that I really like and just had no idea, right? Not a review today, just first impressions. What's the first one called? The Triptych. The Triptych? I don't know. Triptych? That's how I would pronounce it. Black G10, black stonewash 14C28N. Okay. Triptych. All right, so it's on the smaller side. Pretty basic. Kind of what I expected. Peel ply textured G10, black thumb stud and flipper combination. Interesting. I wasn't expecting the compound blade. That's kind of neat, right? Not that we've, never seen that before. A little bit of it's singing a little bit when I flip it. This is just a plunge lock, right? Now, Civivi typically does, sorry, the new little one is upset upstairs. Everybody's off work today but me. So my whole family is home, and it's summertime, so the kiddos are, the youngest one's upstairs. But anyways, Civivi typically does a really good button lock. So even though I don't across the board, they wouldn't be my vote for durability and dependability. Civivi makes some of the best button locks out there. I'm not saying that they don't disengage. I mean, I'm sure somebody in the comments will be like, mine disengaged, right? Yeah. You got a small failure rate with anybody. Civivi seems to do them the most consistently, especially at this price point. So that's fine. The knife itself is doing absolutely nothing special. Steel liners, not nested. G10, nothing crazy there. Compound blade, that's kind of neat. 14C28N. I would hope that Civivi would not charge more than about 55. I mean, just considering their competition, 55 bucks or so. So what do you guys want for this? We can ignore MSRP, nobody's going to sell it for that. This is what you're going to see like on Blade HQ, $64. Yeah, you guys have so many knives that look exactly the same, right? I mean, this isn't much different. What do we have for the The Kyklos? The Kyklos? Kyklos? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Bronze titanium, gray stonewash bowler, M390, satin flat. Okay, kind of on the heavier side. Where's the paper for that one? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So, I think this is, I just saw measurements over there to my right on the paperwork. So, this is, it is a fairly larger one. Some familiarity here. Why does this look like something that I have handled before? Hold on. Really nice flipping action. Really nice. Oh boy. Yeah, you guys, you do a good job with your man. So this is just plain flat titanium. Like the backspacer looks really cool. I do like that this is it's almost like a tube of titanium there. Nice pocket clip. There is another knife, another release here. Who's the designer? There's another one from a while ago. I want to say from their earliest catalog. Is this like kind of a throwback to that? Is it? Why is my brain saying Chimera? But I don't think that's right. I think that's a much more recent, even if it's a couple of years old. Hold on. Let's read here. All right. Kyklos. Anything else? Nothing about a legacy design or anything like that. Also, no pricing information. You guys just didn't include. This is what they sent. Literally nothing else. Still at that $59.61. No pricing information whatsoever. Okay, so this is on the larger side, and they have that blade to, 8.5 inches. That's what is listed here, is 8.5 inches overall, with a blade length of 3.8. So This is very close to your typical Shirogorov length and blade to handle ratio. It definitely has the Shirogorov blade to handle ratio. We see a lot of blade for a nearly equivalent amount of handle, so that's really good. To me, that's aesthetically pleasing. Not everybody's going to agree. Ergonomically, it's great. The two-tone on the blade is pretty cool. The jimping is in a good spot. It feels really, really good. And you're probably looking at like 145 to 155 thousandths on the blade and a reasonable cutting edge, probably kind of medium, but a nice aggressive clip point. Functionally and in terms of build quality, it's exactly what you would expect from WE knives. It's very, very good. Flat titanium, not a lot of texturing, not a lot of inlay work, nothing in terms of exotic materials. These are all, excuse me, little things that I would check off on my little checklist that would allow the price to be higher than what we would typically expect, right? So what type of price tag would I expect to see on this? WE does a good knife, right? Their competitors now also make good knives. These are made in China, and WE, unless they, really go crazy above and beyond, they're not necessarily making like higher tier items than their class of item, right? They do, it's really nice, but this isn't, it's not like Kyklos or like some of the really, really insane stuff that we might see from Reich or Riat, right? Like, but it's really, really nice. That being said, $250, $265, but I would not be surprised if they try to charge $300 because they've been doing that lately. So it's a cool knife. There's something, it's these three holes here and the general curvature. I do like how they do these pivots. It's really nice to not see the pivot hardware on the front. I should also point out that there's no visible hardware at all on the front. That's really, really nice. Nothing. So these screws here go all the way through and thread into the titanium. Nice way to hide the lanyard area, right? Big dumb hole on your knife. Don't like to see that. Of course, I contradict myself because I always say nothing for lefties. Make a symmetrical clip. Leave a milled spot for people to mount it on the other side for lefties, and that's essentially the same type of eyesore. And you guys are correct. I'm kind of contradicting myself there. But it does look really, really good. There's absolutely no branding anywhere except on the pocket clip. And WE's logo is pretty subdued, so it's kind of like wherever they put it is kind of like not really that big of a deal. But this is nice. It's really nice. I hope they don't try to charge too much for it. It's titanium and M390. Doesn't have the absolute ideal heat treat in my opinion. And nothing absolutely insane about the build, like overall. There's nothing here that would add on a bunch of additional costs that would justify a higher price tag. So yeah, I don't know what that one's going to be, but I'll have it linked in the description so that by the time you guys are watching this video, you'll be able to go and check for yourself. We will do full reviews. I don't know. I probably won't review this one. There's not much here. I will review this one. So I think that's going to be it today, guys. Thanks so much to WE Knives for sending these in. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.